Well, hello, welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Around the Block Talk, marketing advice that works. I'm your host, Los, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to make more videos in less time. Video and video marketing is here to stay. Video has become one of the most powerful mediums online. Many businesses are starting to understand the power behind video and are starting to use video more than ever before. Video campaigns are edging out images on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and it's becoming one of the best ways to catch attention and engage people with your message. The benefit and the ROI is phenomenal. For those of you who are using video right now and finding success, you're definitely going to understand my next point. Now, this point is geared to those of you who are thinking about starting with video content, thinking about incorporating it into your marketing campaigns, thinking about maybe using it for placing ads or explaining what you do. You're going to find out that making video is not as easy as it seems. Making video is really fun, and it's funner when you're organized and you know what you're doing. Now, if you're thinking about getting into video production, I welcome you. Now, before you get started and before you dive into buying that DSLR camera or that fancy audio and lighting equipment, I want you to watch this 3-phase plan that I'm going to present in this video on how to create more videos in less time. Now, if you've already been getting success out of your video marketing and you want to improve how quickly you're able to produce content and make that process a little bit more efficient, you're going to want to watch this video as well. Creating effective and quality video can be accomplished with a 3-phase plan. Why do I say 3-phase plan? Because if you are able to follow a good process, you will definitely be able to save time, record more content, and get it out quicker. Let's get started. Phase number 1, pre-production. This is the phase where you're going to want to plan out your entire video. Have a thought out concept. You want to define your idea ahead of time. Keep it simple. Focus on one topic or one message. Remember that creating good content takes planning. Next, you want to figure out what you want to say. You want to figure out your talking points for your video. You could either write an outline or you could actually write a script. But regardless, you want to make sure that you have a real good idea of what you want to say once you start recording. After that, you want to plan your shoot. You want to pick out your clothing, you want to pick out the equipment, the day and time, how long you're going to be filming for. You want to plan all of this out, that way when you get to the next phase, you're ready to go and you're just focusing on recording great content. And finally, you want to choose your equipment ahead of time. Whether you use your smartphone like an iPhone or an Android, or you use a DSLR or a lighting and some audio, you want to make sure that you pick it out ahead of time. Get it, make sure you test it, make sure you're comfortable with it, practice with it, so that when you're ready to film your content, you've already figured out all of those bugs. Phase number 2, production. This is the phase where you actually capture all of your content. Production starts with the setup. You're going to want to set up all of your equipment, whether you're using an iPhone or an Android smartphone, whether you're using a DSLR or a video camera, lighting equipment and some audio. You're going to want to set it all up. You want to make sure that you set it up in the location where you want it. And I recommend that if you're doing it at home or in your office, set it up in front of a window, kind of like how I'm doing right now. The window is behind, the light is coming in, and I'm complementing it with a light stand over here to my left. You want to make sure that you do a run, get your frame, make sure things are focused, make sure the equipment is recording correctly. You're going to want to make sure you do all this before you press record on your camera and capture your content. You don't want to find out that you could have set something up to get a better result after you've already recorded all of your content. You also want to take your time. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but when you're putting all that effort and time into creating your video content, you want to make sure that you get it right. So that when you're recording on the day of production, make sure that you check your content, make sure that the sound is good, make sure that you've gotten all of your talking points. This is the time to review all of your content before you wrap up. Because if you're missing something, it's way easier to record it while you're there, all set up, instead of having to come back and redo the entire shoot just because you missed 1 or 2 lines. And be yourself in the video. Try to find your voice and feel comfortable with it. And just get it out. I know sometimes we might get a little worried or self-conscious of what people are going to say, Well, you're going to figure out what your style is, who you are, what you're about, or you're going to improve it if you've already been making content by making more content. So just jump in and be yourself. And phase number 3, post-production. This is where you're going to stitch all of your content together to make that beautiful video that you're going to share with the world. And it starts with putting it all together. You want to gather all of your footage, your audio, your logo. Are you going to be using any images in there? Are you going to be using any motion graphics? You want to get all of your content together and put it in a folder so that you have easy access to it. And remember to organize it by the type of content so that you know exactly where it's at. And I want you to consider using closed captioning or subtitles in your videos. About 60% of all video consumers, regardless of the platform, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, watch videos on silent, and they will read the subtitles to understand what you're saying in your video. You're also going to want to use a good editing software to make your videos. You could use iMovie, Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro. You could even use apps on your phone to edit your video. Now, if you're not used to making a lot of video content or you're barely starting out, I recommend you use a computer so that you have a little bit more control when you're editing your content. On your phone is good when you're on the fly, but I definitely leave that for more experienced video creators and editors. It's a great software, but you want to just take baby steps if you're starting out. Now, you're ready to edit your footage. When you edit your footage, you want to make sure that the audio sounds great, that the visual looks pleasing, and that you don't have any super blown out white areas or super dark areas in your video content. You're going to want to export your video at the highest quality possible. Why? Because when you load it up to these various different platforms, they all compress your video. So you want to start out with the highest quality so that you get the best looking video content, whether you're on LinkedIn, on YouTube, Facebook, you name it. Just make sure you export a high quality version of all your video content. And that's it. Your video is ready. It's ready to upload it to the internet gods and share it with the world. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where's the pro tip? Well, I'm about to share it with you. But before I do, I want you to know that this is the secret sauce to this entire process. I've shared with you a really great process to make good videos, but I have not shared with you how to make a lot of videos in less time. Well, here it is. Remember the pre-production phase that I shared with you earlier? When you are outlining your scripts, you want to use tools that will help you in a formulaic way create multiple scripts, have your talking points, all of your details already planned out in your pre-production phase. And when you do this, when you go and shoot, you're able to shoot for a little bit longer during your production day or days, and you're able to film multiple topics all at once. Why is this faster? Well, you're gonna have all of your equipment ready. You're gonna be going through a flow of getting content, feeling comfortable. You're gonna catch a groove and be fluid in getting your content out. And when you're in that zone, that's the time to be able to cover various topics. Now, I want to share with you one of our worksheets that you can download and use for planning your videos. It has all of the necessary details that you just fill out by topic. It's gonna be a real game changer. And I know it's a simple approach to this, but it's that powerful. Sometimes the most powerful things are the simplest. So I want you to download the worksheet after watching this video. In conclusion, consider this. On average, it takes about 6 to 10 hours to produce one video. That's about 1 minute to maybe 2 minutes or so in length. It takes time to make good content. And the end result is a direct reflection of who you are and the quality of your service and business. So I want you to create quality content without breaking the bank and without breaking your schedule and your time. You want to be able to make content within your capabilities and within your schedule. And you can do it by following this great 3-step process to create your content. And don't forget the worksheet. That's going to definitely turbo your process in getting out more content, more videos in less time. And if you still don't feel sure about creating your own content or getting started, let me know. Send me a DM, a comment, an email, however you like. But let me know what sticking points you're having, and I'll be happy to help out. My crew will be happy to help in any way possible as well. I hope you liked today's episode. If you did, give it a like and share it. And also like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get more marketing advice that works. I'm your host, Los, and thank you for watching another episode of Around the Block Talk, marketing advice that works.